Welcome back to Let's Play Gothic 3! This is Joseph, Mr. Joseph rather, although you can call me Joseph if you want. And we left off having looted Ardea completely, and spoken with everybody, and gotten a few quests, and now we're supposed to follow this douchebag named Gorn over to the next little village. Sometimes when you travel, you get just a little bit of lag the first time, because the game essentially loads textures in a seamless fashion without regard to anticipating your presence in new places. So that is one justifiable criticism of the game, and frankly it probably wouldn't lag on my computer but for the fact that I'm taking a video, and I hate to keep using that as an excuse, but it is. I think I just hit Gorn with an arrow. I'm just going to let Gorn deal with that scavenger while I grab a few of these plants that are sticking up. You can usually tell which plants are harvestable by their obvious coloration or brightness contrasting with the surrounding vegetation. I think it's pretty obvious most of the time. There is a little secret if you're really into plant collecting and you don't mind a little setback in graphics, is you can go ahead and turn off the vegetation, and that will turn off all vegetation except for the collectible or harvestable plants such as this healing plant. Okay, there's Gorn. It looks like he finished the job with the scavenger there. So I'm just going to grab these plants. You know, Gorn's going to sit there and wait for you while you grab your plants. I make it a habit of grabbing as many plants as I can on my way to and from any destination in general, unless there's a good reason not to, I guess. Such as you're being hounded by a pack of hungry wolves or something. Okay. Also, I gotta tell you that some of these plants are better than others. That one there, Flameberry, is excellent. Flameberry can be used to permanently increase your magic abilities, whereas King Sorrel is the most valuable plant, will allow you to make potions which will at least double the potency of the natural stat boosting plants. Anyway, here we are. Gorn seems to have stopped.
See? Here they are. I knew it. I really hope the orcs never find
I hope you can
this
hear that
hideout.
okay.
I'll stay here for a while, and then be on my way. Hang in there. See you around.
So Gorn's all like, here's your place. I'll see you around, buddy. Now before you go down there, just take my word for it, it's worth doing this. Grab yourself a few healing plants. There's a reason. And one of the reasons we have Let's Plays, I mean, you're supposed to kind of react to the situation, but you're also kind of supposed to be an expert. And I've played through this game any number of times, and so I have a general idea of what you're going to need when you get to a new area. And it's lagging really bad here in the woods for some reason. I think it's because, again, it's exploring a new area for the first time. Most of the game, you'll have explored areas, and then you'll come back and you'll do things in those areas. So for those reasons, I think the lag will actually not be too bad of a problem until we get to major battles such as liberating cities. And when we get to those kinds of battles, we'll probably go ahead and turn down the graphic settings just a little bit. So I'm just going out on just a little bit of a perimeter here around where we just were outside of what appears to be a rebel encampment. We're going to learn about that in just a second, but I wanted to have a few healing plants before I go in. So if you push I, it'll open up your inventory, and you can go ahead and click, let's see here, this one, Food and Potions, and it has all your plants down here. Now, my healing plants are here. I've got 13, and that is plenty. Although here's one that was hiding. Go ahead and grab him. Could be a her, I guess. Turns out that plants have gender. I'm not a botanist. I don't know these things, but I am a lawyer, and we had a case about marijuana and whether or not somebody was growing it or whether it was natural. And it turns out that the prevalence of female plants was an indicator of intentional growing as opposed to natural growing. Anyway, this appears to be a little campsite with some people. Let's talk to him.
Don't cause any trouble here. Got
He
it?
he doesn't say anything important.
Don't you have anything to do?
He's just being an asshole. Anytime you see a chest that's out in the open like this outside, you can go ahead and take it without fear of reprisal. When you see a chest that's inside, if you touch it, people will get mad. And
Leave me
they might
alone.
attack you.
Don't
So
cause any trouble here. Got it?
advice is to go ahead and only take
alone.
chests that are outside. Now look at these adjectives. Well, and that's a noun, of course, but It could be an adjective if we used differently. And but strenuous rebel, what the hell? I mean, that is not a phrase that you'd normally hear in English. You get a little bit of a translation issue sometimes in this game. Okay, so here's a few things in this chest: a bow, ice lance, endurance potion, torch, and corals. The endurance potions restore your fatigue, which is displayed in the middle bar, which is kind of, what color is that? Kind of cream or whatever you want to call it. There's Gorn, and then finally there's this guy named Gelford and this guy named Brenton. And I will talk to both of them once I finish just moseying around the area. Let me talk to Brenton.
You don't look like a woodcutter. I think your place is with the warriors down in the cave.
How's it going?
Not so good. We were chased away from our post by aggressive wild boars.
Aggressive wild boars.
I already told the warriors, but they only think about fighting the orcs. If those beasts don't disappear soon, we won't be able to keep working.
What do you mean by disappear?
What will you give me if I kill the wild boars at your post?
I'm just a simple worker. I don't have much. But if you help us out, I'll give you 30 gold coins.
30 coins? Well, that's ridiculous.
I'll deal with the wild boars.
That's fine.
Where are they?
I'll do it anyway.
Go up these stairs and go east into the woods.
I don't care if you're a cheap bastard. I'll get you fucking boars.
Go mind your own business.
Alright, let's talk to this dude. He looks like he's got some
Be very careful when
nice
roaming
gear
through the woods here. Orc scouts are everywhere in this region.
Tell me more about this place.
This is the largest rebel camp on the coast. We call it Reddock. Many royalists who haven't yet been enslaved by the orcs are hiding here. I really hope for your sake that you aren't a spy for the orcs, or we'll make short work of you.
I see.
He says I see a lot. It's kind of annoying.
The orcs don't know about this rebel camp?
I think it's
If the
funny that
orcs
you call
knew
them
we were hiding out
royalists.
here, they would have
The
certainly
rebels
killed
are
us.
royalists. You don't see that combination very often.
Tell me more about the rebels.
We are the only free humans in Murtana who are still fighting the orcs. Orc patrols are our biggest problem here on the coast. Last night, they came dangerously close.
Where are the orc patrols now?
One orc patrol is constantly on the move. Right now, they are between us and Ardea. Another has parked itself on a farm to the east, between here and Cape Dun. If we don't take care of them now, they will stumble upon Reddock sooner or later.
Okay, so he basically says that there's a patrol between here and Ardea, and between here and Cape Dun, which is another city we're going to learn about.
What about the humans working for the orcs?
Most of them are slaves, but there are some human orc mercenaries as well. Within certain limits, they are allowed to move freely among the orcs. I can only hope you're not going to mingle with them.
Why should I avoid the orc mercenaries?
People who team up with the enemy are the enemy.
So he's got a little bit of a George W. Bush thing, you know, the enemy
with no freedom. And
if you're not with us, you're against us kind of an attitude. It's a little bit extreme for me, but hey, maybe he knows what he's talking about. Okay, so when it doesn't actually say the content, it means it's part of the quest pack, which isn't voiced. And the translations are even worse on this subtitles. Then you can help a friend for sure. You state you are a friend and want me to give you a hand? Question mark. That's right.
I will go visit the orc patrol on the farm.
I don't even know what that conversation was about.
If they take you for a rebel, they will chop you to pieces.
I'll take care of the roaming orc patrol.
Do that.
So I'm agreeing to do these quests
so
to kill these groups of orcs that he told me about. How can I show you to mean business? I think he means, how can I show you I mean business? By taking care of my friends for now. I do not have contact with any of my former comrades. If you are a traveler, you surely will come around to many places. See, this translation is terrible. I am not bound to a place for long. Well, that is your business. I want to hear of my friends. If they are still alive, I want to know how they are doing and if they have joined the rebels. What to tell them if they are fighting for the orcs. Well, even if we have fought by side in former times, that doesn't mean we keep on doing that. I see. What is the name of your friend nearby? Mason. Mason near Montera. Small-sized rebel troop there. He received a severe blow to the head at some point. He has a cow tick. Having a little fun with that one. Any luck finding one of your friends in this area? Yes, Rocco. North of Murtana. Put my friend into a troop near Faring. So that's a city up there. And another friend named Pure. Let's see, good fighter, blah blah blah. Could have joined the mercenaries, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Most likely thieves. Gelder and Trellis. You might search for big bucks over there. Trellis then.
I come from Ardea.
Okay.
We drove the orcs from the village.
So this is
Talk
actually
to
the main
Javier.
quest that we were
He already
supposed
knows
to
about
complete.
it. What? Javier is down below.
Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. I look forward to seeing you next time on Let's Play Gothic 3. We'll see you next time.